We bought a gaming laptop from AliExpress, but there's one weird caveat with it. It has a GPU from a Tesla.
You heard that right. This is a remanufactured gaming laptop from AliExpress for $322, and that GPU has an interesting past. We're gonna open it up and find out what this thing's all about after a word from today's sponsor.
For anyone involved in content creation or just frequent video calls, you know how important it is to have a good recording device. We're lucky to be able to share with you today one of our favorites with our sponsor, OBSBot. The OBSBot Tiny SE is the perfect combination of AI features and sleek design. With AI, the Tiny SE is capable of capturing and tracking a target in real time, with a variety of tracking modes so that you can enjoy yourself during the video recording process with auto zoom so you can display your energy to the fullest. And when it comes to quality on the Tiny SE, it's unmatched. Due to its 1/2.8-inch stacked CMOS sensor, this provides a pixel size of 2.9 microns and improves light reception and processing efficiency, resulting in a higher image quality, lower noise, and better dynamic range. When you pair this with the ability to record at 1080p at 100 FPS, you get an ultra clear, detailed picture perfect for live broadcasts. The Tiny SE also comes with a large f1.8 aperture design that improves shooting in low light conditions. Combine this with the conversion gain, dual native ISO, and DOL HDR, and you're able to further preserve your resolution and improve the dynamic range of your video shooting. And in case you want something a little different, the OBSBot Meet SE may be more your speed. The Meet SE is also capable of shooting at 1080p 100 FPS and boasts the same video production specs the Tiny SE has, with its f1.8 aperture, the 1/2.8-inch stacked CMOS sensor, DOL HDR, and dual native ISO. Compared to the Tiny SE, the main difference is that the Meet SE lacks a gimbal for improved auto tracking and only comes with one microphone. The Meet SE, however, inherits a compact, lightweight design providing increased portability paired with multiple color options of cloud white, space gray, and aurora green. You can quickly adapt this to match any setup. If you're interested in learning more about the OBSBot Tiny SE and Meet SE and buying one today, then check out the links in the description down below. Big thanks to OBSBot for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it.
So when a box shows up covered in orange tape, you know we're in for a good time, guys.
You know where it's from.
Shout out to Big Harry in our Discord, by the way. He sent this in the Toasty Suggestions channel, discord.gg/toastybros, talking about this laptop with an Intel N95 processor, which is basically a 4-core, 4-threaded Pentium that is similar to a 4th Gen i5, but features a GPU called the 1064 gig. Never heard of her, but basically it is a Nvidia P106M, which is similar to a 1060, but with 4 gigs of VRAM, and they were used in Tesla's, well, according to our research and their research, from 2016 backwards, 2016 and before that. Hey guys, Future Matt here. After reviewing this video, I felt like we didn't give enough explanation on the whole this graphics card came from a Tesla thing, because it is just a theory, but theoretically, the P106M, which is inside this laptop, could have came from an Nvidia drive unit, more specifically an Nvidia Drive PX2. The Nvidia Drive Unit PX2 was in Teslas from 2016 and before, but the one thing that is important is these were MXM modules, which are basically like upgradable slot-in graphics cards. So the one that's in this laptop, most likely, and spoiler alert, it's not specifically this one, most likely isn't the exact one from a Tesla, but theoretically, they could have been stripping them from these old PCBs and putting them in laptops. So in theory, this could come from an older Tesla, but there's a chance it could also just be an old mining GPU as well. Both of those are cool theories. I really wish it's the Tesla theory because that's actually kind of cool. But yeah, gaming GPUs from cars, potentially. We'll have to figure out later in the video. Before they switch to AMD processors. So theoretically, this is China's way of taking a GPU from a past car that's obviously just sitting, wasting, and putting it in something useful, I guess.
It's got that smell to it. It has like that manufactured smell.
I love it.
I'm just curious, so this thing, we don't even know the brand, right?
No, so the branding was like non-existent. It was very generic.
Ooh, this is weird to see on a laptop charging cord. This just kind of makes me think of just like a really low power.
It looks really,
65 watts. I mean, it's pretty low power, I guess. I couldn't tell you the brand or anything, but it is synchronized.
Yeah, we're talking about $322, which is pretty cheap for a gaming laptop, but we're also talking about a 4-core, 4-threaded processor that is normally in Chromebooks, and also a GPU that was not designed to game on.
It's heavier than it looks.
Oh wow, this is actually much beefier than I thought it would be.
So it has no branding, it's just silver.
Just silver.
I'm curious, is there any, no stickers,
There's
nothing?
This is the most generic laptop you could get.
Yeah, they did a good job though at like having everything wrapped really well. The bottom, not even like a model number. I mean, you can tell this is basically like you just buy the shell, put your own hardware in it, I'm gonna go ahead and peel some of these off.
This looks gonna be painful to do.
Now, you said that this thing has a Pentium?
1 second, John, here, let's see. It is, to be specific, the N95, Intel N95, which is a 4-core, 4-threaded processor. Those are normally in Chromebooks.
And when is that from? Is
Intel
that like 12th gen?
N95, let's see. Part of the Intel 7 line, the N processors, Alder Lake. 15-watt CPU, 4-core, 4-thread, max boost up to 3.4 gigahertz. So the CPU is relatively newer, so.
Yeah, okay, all right. Man, there's like a peel like every corner on this thing. I think I'm on the, no, wait, there's still another one.
Someone in chat right now, actually streaming on twitch.tv/ToastyBros, said that their firewall that they use has an N95 processor in it because it's low TDP.
Wow.
Do you want that in a laptop? I don't know.
I'm curious because it seems like, I mean, we actually just did a benchmark on the 1060, and I mean, 1060 is not a bad card, but like, I'm worried that we're gonna be held back by this thing.
Yeah, I think the CPU could be a problem here, which is gonna be really weird. But, I mean, what else are you gonna put a GPU like that in? And also, don't worry, there will be a teardown later. We're not gonna do that now because I'm worried we're gonna break something.
A light blinked when I pressed the power
Did this
button.
thing cross the ocean and make it with power? It's a backlit keyboard. Wow, we were in Windows, and what is happening? There's folders on the desktop.
Oh wow, they give us a, now, see, this is the example of don't reset this laptop.
Because it probably only works with this stuff.
Yeah, that's scary. Now, you know, okay, there's one other thing, Matt, we gotta see.
So it's oh, no partitions, what?
What the heck?
So I'm assuming it's probably like a 500 gig SSD, or SSD.
It
maybe.
does, it better not be that eMMC squared storage. Intel R995. 4-core, 4-thread, 1.7 gigahertz base speed, and it looks like, I mean, it's boosting right now. It's not doing anything, but it's boosting. Wow, 16 gigs of RAM.
It says 1 of 1 though. How does that make sense?
It is DDR4, so I guess there's only one slot maybe. Interesting. All right, let's see what this is. Let's say Shiji 512 gig. That gives us nothing. I have no clue. Oh, it says SSD.
Okay, yeah, when we're finished with the specs, I'll go over the listing again.
And look, it literally says 1064 gig. How'd they program that?
Honestly, they definitely programmed that. We'll show the listings on the screen here also, but I remember now when I was shopping for this, the listing says it's called the AK pad, by the way. It is the AE Book 16BK, and you can get this thing all the way up to 32 gigs of RAM and 2 terabytes of storage if you wanted to. That would run you $486.
Wow.
The cheapest model that I opted not to get is 16 gigs of RAM with a 128 gig SSD, and that one is $292. So I went with one that had a little more, storage for us. And this webcam test is going to be legendary. It's actually not bad.
It's not as bad as you would think it is.
I feel like the mic is good.
Johnny, you want to come over here?
No, I'll stay over here this time.
Hey! So this is a webcam test on this laptop. Is this sending a signal straight to China? Probably. But we're going to do the obligatory scream. Chat, cover your ears.
Close them.
I'm going to give you all a few seconds. You'll need to mute your stream. Got it? Say yes if you hear me, because this is going to be loud.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Ah!
Webcam test in the books. What is this? Is this 1080p? 1080p. Well, wait, high refresh rate?
Did you go over all the ports?
No.
Okay, we can do that too.
I guess I could. Do you guys want to hear about the ports? You guys really want to hear about them? All right, fine. All right. On the right side of the laptop, we have a micro SD card reader, a combo headphone jack. We have 2 USB 2s. We have a full-size Ethernet port, so it drops down. On the back, we don't have any ports. On the left side of the laptop, we have a USB Type-C, a full-size HDMI, and a USB 3. It's actually kind of a good selection of ports.
I would say typically we could verify what specific port these are, but I'm just going to chalk it up that we're not going to be able to do that because I don't think we're getting any manuals or anything here. So based on that information, we got to see if it can game, guys. We got to install some games. We have a decent amount of storage to work with, so we'll get a good selection of games and go from there. But this thing is looking very interesting. The 1064 gig, what can it do?
Let's find out.
Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if this laptop's actually going to play any games. Reason being, we are in 3D Mark trying to just run the benchmark for 3D Mark, and it is struggling for me to even get to the point where I can download it. Look, I'm trying to scroll. Nope, it's just locked up. And then we open up Task Manager. Look, I can't even get the mouse to, what is happening here? The mouse won't even go all the way down. Now, oh, we're locked up now. Ah, look at that. That CPU is just stuck at 100%. As you can see, I'm having quite the challenge here. Oh, time spy, there it is. I'm clicking. This is not a usable laptop, guys. I'm just gonna go out there and say it. This thing is not usable. Well, guys, it is the next day, and as you guys are seeing on screen right here, I attempted to get 3D Mark working, and of course, it just kept loading. and loading and loading and did not go anywhere at all. So we're gonna try launching some other games. If we see a similar trend here, we'll show you guys exactly what they do, but I really think this CPU is just not gonna allow this laptop to even have a chance for that graphics card to work. So really, it just kind of is a waste, and it makes me kind of sad that there's not one with a better CPU. So we'll try to launch some other games, see if we have any other luck, but I really don't have much hope that this is gonna run very well. This thing would be a great candidate for something like a Linux distro or something like that, but in terms of, well, running Windows and just trying to do basic things, it's not doing great. Oh wow, I have a task manager open while task manager is not responding. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. We'll check back when we can actually play games. Okay, I'm restarting this thing. We're restarting. I'm running 2 cameras myself. Here we go. All right, guys, I can't believe it, but I'm actually in Fortnite. And it ain't great, guys. I'll be real with you. Look at that CPU at 100%. I'm actually surprised this launched though. I'll be totally real with you. This is horrible though. This is absolutely horrendous. I am seeing that the 1064 gig or the 1064 gig, of course, being the jank thing that it is not showing up in Afterburner in terms of any usages. It shows up as a GPU, but you don't really see what's happening at all. So let's lay in here and see what happens. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're trying here though, boys. We are running 1080p performance mode low settings off the rip. Someone's actually in here. What's going on? Oh, they're like, who is this guy I'm fighting? This AI. Yeah, 24 FPS I don't think is very playable. I'll be totally real with you. This is not great. Peekaboo. Boot this up. Oh, we hard locked up, guys. Are we done? Nope, we're back. I can get one more kill. Yeah, buddy, we got him. Oh, there's another person too. Oh, that person's a real gamer. I ain't gonna get them. Dude, this ain't great. This is not a great experience. Let me mess around with those drivers, I guess. See what's going on in that one folder that's on the desktop with drivers. See if there's anything else I can do, but it's looking like a laptop from AliExpress. All right, guys, I'll be honest with you. I am genuinely surprised that I'm in a game right now. I was convinced this video was going to end with me just tearing this thing apart, showing what it looks like, and sending it back to AliExpress because it has been a disaster. Hey guys, Future Matt again. I realized I got really excited that I got the graphics card working on this laptop and didn't really explain how I got it working in CS2. I went into the Nvidia control panel and manually select high performance graphics card as the #1 option no matter what you're doing. And for some reason, CS2 worked, even though you're gonna see here in a minute, not very well. And because of me setting it to that profile, CS2 is actually using that 1064 gig or P106M, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that is how I got it working in CS2. And let me show you guys what it performs like. We'll load in, see if it actually holds up, but regardless, this thing is on the borderline of e-waste with this Intel N95. In theory, we could install a Linux distro, might run a little bit better, or some sort of Chrome OS, something like that. But this N95 makes the Windows experience just unbearable. But maybe, just maybe, we can get 60 FPS in CS here with this 1064 gig. I'm just hoping we get that because that would be ideal. Wait a minute. Oh, well, we got 20 FPS. I got a kill. Let's freaking go. We're getting somewhere. Okay, this is garbage. This is absolutely garbage. I genuinely think too, if they just went with even like I don't know what I could go with, honestly. I'm trying to think of laptop CPUs because normally I would be like, well, if they just went with a slightly modern like i3 or something like that, it'd be better. But that CPU is causing a good amount of problems. It's actually not, I don't know, it could be optimization too because it's running, well, somewhat okay. Let's go ahead and switch to some higher details, see if we could really stress the GPU. Might as well test that and see what happens. Oh, it's still bad, guys. It's still really bad. I'm just happy that I saw this work, but maybe now that we have the GPU working, I might actually be able to load up 3D Mark and run a benchmark rotation on that, but again, it comes down to this is one of the weirdest laptops I've ever seen. We're using a graphics card that was out of an electric vehicle. This is what AliExpress in a nutshell is. In terms of stuff you should probably avoid on AliExpress, but for the sake of your all's entertainment, we got it, and we proved exactly what we kind of thought was gonna happen. It is not a device you're going to game with. I get an op kill. I feel like, oh no, I died, okay. Got him. Cool. 30 FPS. We hit it. All right, guys. Jonah's here to witness this glorious benchmark run. But yeah, it's not worth it. It's not. I'm gonna try to get 3D Mark to go again. I'll have Jackson try Apex if I can get it to load. But this CPU and GPU, while I see the GPU, again, I talked about adding a new CPU might make it a little bit better. Honestly, I don't know, because we're almost hitting 100% usage, but there are times that the CPU just isn't working very well. All in all, this is not a recommendation for us, but we'll continue on with what we can test, and then we'll come to a conclusion here of what this thing actually is and why it actually exists. All right, guys, well, Jackson's here now, and we are messing with this a little bit more. We'll have some B-roll on screen showing you guys everything we've tried, but as you can see, we're still loading shaders into Apex Legends. This is what we were trying to get working, but after we installed the Nvidia app to see if there's any driver updates, we tried to go back again and manually use high performance graphics, which again, it's still set to, but we are still struggling to get any GPU usage. And you might be saying, well, wait for the game to load. Well, this took about 10-15 minutes to get into game, and when it did, it still was running on the iGPU, so it's going to do the same thing again. So to save us some time, we installed a lower power game. Jackson suggested Unturned, which is a pretty old game, but it was only 2 gigs. We get it installed, and it's pretty easy to run. Our hope is when we run this game, it'll actually use the GPU, so you guys can see another game that we tested. But at the end of the day, this thing is just so limited by that CPU, just normal usage is just horrible.
Yeah, weirdly enough, when we got into it before, and hopefully we can get into it again, we were getting like 15 FPS. It definitely wasn't playable, but I'm like, honestly, the N95, I don't even think could get that type of FPS.
So yeah, we'll wait a little bit, but if you do not see Apex Legends after a few minutes, it's because we gave up on waiting and it was not going to load, and you're going to see Unturned in its glorious gameplay.
Dude, this is the first time I've felt input latency.
That is so bad.
Like, I moved the mouse, and it happens like half a second.
This is what half of you guys think is what DLSS feels like.
Yeah, is this frame gen?
Is this frame gen, baby? Clearly, I'm just going to assume that the graphics card, for whatever reason, Apex Legends is not switching over, because I would expect a little bit better from this.
I can't even jump.
He can't jump. Oh, he's running on his own now. Wait, is our spy from China taking over? Does he want to play Apex?
Oh no.
Oh no. You chat him. Give me money. Chat him.
Nope. Oh, it didn't even get
What would you do if they type back?
That would be crazy. I did not type A though. I typed give me money. I'm from China.
Well, let's try Unturned, I guess, because this ain't gonna get much better.
This is Unturned. It is a stop motion picture.
And you're unable to turn.
I'm unturnable, but hold up. Every time I think it's gonna I'm like, are we still loading in? It definitely is still not using the GPU.
I don't know why. It's really.
It is interesting because it seems like, funny enough, this N95 is almost like, for this being just straight from China and like having no real like software support, it's not even as bad as I feel like it could be. I almost just think they just should have never put the GPU in this.
Yeah, it's weird that I was only able to get CS to actually work with it. Is it running like full screen right now? Maybe that's one thing we could try.
Besides the lockups, I'm like, it seems like it's not
It's
that
actually
bad.
Functional. Oh, a zombie.
Right,
Zombie.
This is the real test. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, get him. Get him.
Oh god. All right, well, yeah, this laptop's totally worth it. Now that I killed the zombie, I can say with confidence.
It's absolutely worth it. I think best bet now is we're going to get Jonah. We'll get back in here. I think we should just see what this laptop looks like. We're just going to do a little tear down, take the back off if it's easy to do.
Break it,
see what it looks like. Realistically, yeah, if we wanted to go next level, maybe installing something different on this would be fine, but I personally wouldn't go through that effort.
I was naked.
But my boy's naked. Let's just get Jonah in here and tear this thing apart, then we'll wrap this video up, finally. All right, guys, I feel like we would be doing you all a disservice if we didn't just take this thing apart to see what it's all about. So what were we thinking, PH1?
PH1s.
PH1s,
There's
baby.
a lot of them. As long as there's not any hidden ones, it looks like...
Thing is, I have a feeling this is going to be kind of easy to take apart because it's such a...
This is already weird. Unless it's for CMOS.
I think it's literally like a force reset.
That's giving like really small motherboard vibes.
Yeah, Jax was talking about it's going to be funny if like this thing is held together with like a really tiny PCB and like double-sided tape.
I've seen it before where it's almost like, it's basically a tablet. Like it's actually a tablet that they put inside of here. So the PCB was only in like a little corner of the laptop.
Oh, wait, is that a warranty seal? Goodbye.
Yeah, okay. Looks like this is going to be really easy.
Oh, it just came out. Okay, so it actually is a
half.
So what is happening?
Because this is just USB, so this is the whole main board, and that is pretty small.
Okay, so we have a single Aurora Joy, a single DDR4 16 gig. So it is actually just one RAM channel. That is all you have.
Look at the CMOS battery; it's so cute.
The little CMOS battery. This SSD is just M.2 NGF SSD.
Here's where that button goes. I guess that is like a CMOS clear or something.
I guess.
Look at these little speakers too. So cute.
I mean, I was kind of hoping for something a little bit, more dramatic, but it is just like a very basic looking laptop, and these like heat sinks are just
off to the side. I mean, this does look like it could be used in a tablet for sure. I mean, it's pretty small.
It is wild, but
my hand compared to it.
All in all, I think the easy summary here is this is not a recommended laptop for really any use case. Because like I was telling Jackson, like it would be different if the graphics card just didn't work and that CPU worked fine. It could still be a usable like work laptop that's just poorly priced, but it just can't even do that right. Task Manager has not successfully stayed not responding for more than like 5 minutes. So let's put it back together and then we'll wrap this video up because, well, I think we've learned our lesson about this AliExpress laptop.
This is the one time where Linux would be really good. All right, guys, well, I know where this laptop's going. It's going to FedEx or USPS or UPS.
Whatever way it can make it back to its home because we don't want it here anymore. It wasn't a good experience at all, guys, but hopefully you had some enjoyment out of seeing this, because if you saw this and it piqued your curiosity of what the heck's that graphics card, well, we figured it out for you. It's from an electric vehicle, and it don't do good in an actual laptop. So normally this is the point where I would say link description down below, be affiliate links, and it does help us out to buy on AliExpress, buy this laptop, but I won't really recommend that. But if you do want to browse on AliExpress for random stuff and buyer beware, stuff like this happens. But there's also some really good stuff as well, like the CPU motherboard RAM combos we always recommend. This one was just definitely a miss from the seller, but let us know down below what you think of it.
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
So this laptop right here will not be for sale at PCBros.tech. We got actual laptops that work and really good gaming PCs as well.
We wouldn't do that to you. This right here is not it, guys. It's going straight back, but you can buy one, again, that works great at PCBros.tech. Just go ToastyBros on checkout to save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.